Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we are going to be looking at Helsreach Episode 6. This is the Titans in play. I mean, they got a freaking Titan to play, and I've also started putting out these videos after recording them, and, well, you're going to all know exactly when I started releasing them versus when I continued recording more, because I now know a lot of what I thought was wrong. The entire slapping the face thing is a nightly tradition, I've been told. And I was very wrong about that. So that wasn't actually a form of disrespect. It was a form of actual real-world nightly tradition. And the Black Templars are just night addicts. I know what I said. So they carried through with it. And how a lot of it was actually not so much that the good old Hellbrick wasn't being a dick. It's that he was trying to teach Grimaldus. I did not get that because apparently a lot of that relies on actually knowing these are traditions and knighthood to actually show how they work. Also, since I've been looking at it through his point of view and only looking at it through his point of view, it does seem more like the guy's being a dick because that's how it looks to him. I'm using that as my defense. Is it worthwhile? No, it's probably completely wrong, but I'm sticking to it. That said, that doesn't change how much I love this, how much I love the different little animation styles. I know it's a 3D render and they put the phasing over it, or not phasing. What would you call that? Filter? Yeah, probably something of a filter. It's just such an amazingly cool effect. And I love just the little details they put in there because it's very easy to oversimplify a 3D render. But some of the little details you see that fit, like, they're hard to notice in the filter because it's always shifting and moving, but then you just see little details pop out. And it's always in the weirdest ways, and I love every second of it. I kind of wonder if there's a version without the filter, just so you can see what the details look like in like a static image of it, just to get an idea. That'd be kind of cool to check out later, but that's later. What we're going to do now, though, is link below to the original video, which we're about to watch. And you've already hit the original link down below. You've already hit it? Great. Let's get started. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only Wog. Technically, it's not orcs, but I like saying it that way better. I love the sound effect with the wind. Even the slashing sound. Granted, the sound effect is actually from too long of a blade. Yeah, that's actually a thing. Oh, yeah, because the ship crashed. Or is this a different ship crashing? Multiple ships crash around the city? I think we're looking at the same crash from a different point of view. Also, I'm more surprised that the ship could crash that easily. Just, it slowed down enough that it didn't boom that area of the planet. That is actually a thing that could happen.
The ship registers as the Purest Intent, an Astartes vessel, strike cruiser class, belonging to the Shadow Wolves. They fell at the Battle of Varadon 11 years ago. Their last companies were annihilated by the Tyrannid breed Xenos.
Oh, that's not Astartes, is it?
What is the status of Battlefleet Armageddon? Holding. But we have a greater comprehension of enemy numbers now. The 4 to 9 day estimate has been abandoned as of 30 minutes ago. This is the greatest greenskin fleet ever to face the Imperium.
So far.
The fleet's casualties are approaching 1 million souls. 1 or 2 more days at best.
Oh.
The crash ship. I suggest we hold, Reclusiarch. A handful of greenskin survivors cannot hope to survive an assault against the walls.
Yeah, they could. They're orcs. They expect to survive and not really care if they don't.
Send a Titan.
Shoot it with
I am
nuke.
not making a jest. Send a Titan to obliterate the wreckage.
He's making the right choice.
Give them an overwhelming victory before the true battle is even joined.
He's not wrong. Also, the risk of losing everything immediately because you misunderestimated the foe. Not just underestimated, but misunderestimated. Ooh, he's not going to.
It is time my knights took to the field.
Oh no. Oh no. How many of them are going to die because of this?
This is bad comedy.
Fall back, damn it.
Damn. I wish knives were that actually effective in the game.
Sensed another lecture about vainglory in his future. We will draw first blood. Grimaldus had said to them all. as if it was something to care about, as if it would affect the final battle in any way at all. Join me, brothers.
Wait,
Join me as I
Wait, the
shake
narrator
off
isn't
this
Grimaldus?
disgust at the stasis gripping my bones, and slake my bloodthirst in holy slaughter. These warriors who called him vainglorious were blind to the truth. He was not rash, he merely trusted in his skills to carry him through any challenge. Was that a weakness?
yes.
How could it be considered so, when Priamus's deeds and glories were already rising to eclipse those of his brothers?
Because there's always someone better and he's about to die, isn't he?
Priamus, leave him be. Let him hunt.
He's dead, isn't he?
He needs to stand alone for now. He needs discipline. He needs our trust.
He needs both.
I smell fresh blood. A survivor, still bleeding.
Dude.
No. What did you say?
What?
I said no.
Oh, I thought, no, they blurred together. I thought it was the same person speaking.
They always seem so immune to pain.
Like they don't care.
Look into its eyes, brother. Do you see? No, brother. If there is a lesson in this, I am blind to it.
Kind of morbid. Granted,
Let me end it.
he's wearing a
Its
skull on his
existence
face.
offends me. No. Its lifespan is measured in moments.
Dude, just put it out of its misery. And
Let it
don't
die.
leave a living enemy behind you. I mean, yeah, you're probably going to be fine, but still. This feels like a mistake. I actually like that they're
Hero,
writing them in ways that I
Do
disagree
you see
with.
something?
I know that sounds weird, but
Yes, something. So enlighten me.
that. Oh, this is the inside of his.
It's
Oh.
Priamus. Isn't it always?
Oh, that's so
I've lost
cool.
his life signs. That cannot be. Here,
He died,
this
didn't he?
rabble. I do not make mistakes. Reclusiarch,
Speak.
Sorry,
I've
just
lost
to see what
Priamus's
the
life
inside of
signs,
his
sir.
the apothecary's helmet looked like. The
Brothers,
actual view, that was so cool.
Maintain search and destroy orders. What? We need to be silent. I will find Priamus.
And now I think this guy's going to die next. You know, they said this was about tempering Grimaldus. Yeah, I think I get why people are saying that now. His armor's intact. Why's that a mech boy? Huh. He didn't even notice the guy walking up.
Greetings.
Ooh, electro. Oh, just you could. I love how they actually animated the face on the orc. Just that little expression change.
Reclusiarch.
I have found Priamus. Aft, deck 4, tertiary spine corridor.
Oh, I
On
didn't
my
see that
way.
when we looked down at him.
Assessment?
Some kind of force discharging weapon. His armor is powered down, but he's still breathing.
3 minutes, Reclusiarch.
Can they lift themselves? Probably. Also, now Primus will learn the thing of don't do it alone. Yes, you don't need backup, but when you're wrong, you need backup. Yeah, that was fast.
Those Horsens. They shot me. Some kind of nerve weapon. Get away from me.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. His pride was injured. That's not good.
Speak. I would hear your thoughts. I'm not blind to your tensions of late.
Really?
Duty is not always glorious.
Is it
You have
duty or
changed since
shooting?
inheriting Mordred's mantle. You are speaking foolishness. No, hear me. We have spoken, Cador, Nero, Bastalan, Primus, and myself. We must all deal with these changes, and we must all face this duty. Your darkness is spreading to the entire crusade.
The entire crusade?
Rekusiak.
Colonel Saren,
Rekusiak. Throne of the God Emperor. It's truly beginning.
elaborate.
How many more
Battlefleet
ships came
Armageddon
down?
is in full retreat. The Astartes fleet is withdrawing alongside them. It's beginning.
Has there been any communication from the Eternal Crusader?
Yes.
Oh,
Shall
really?
I have the message relayed to you?
At once.
Ooh, this will be good. Dude, it's the super huge
Helsreach.
ships.
This is the Crusader. We are breaking from the planet. The orbital war is lost. Hell is coming, brother.
It's like they're at an Armageddon or something. Are those clouds? Oh, those are ships. That's a lot of ships. Oh, man. Oh, really? And there? Really? And that was part 6 of, oh my god, that's what he said. Yes, that's how we refer to it now. The tone of voice is very important, especially a little at the end. You know, the one where you can tell I'm trying to get my voice to go higher, but I really can't because it physically hurts to go higher. Yeah, that's very important. I'll be honest, so that was... I kind of figured the second they went in there and he was trying to do like, yeah, well, at least some glory. I can't do his voice. I'm not going to do his voice. I like that he's being called out on it finally. Because, like, yeah, you got that intent. He's, like, not exactly happy. I'm sure it's very hard to see. It was a very subtle thing. He wasn't happy about being there. Yeah, I know, very hard to tell. But as far as the animation goes, I know I mentioned it in the actual animation, but that little expression on, I'm going with Mech Boy's face, like, oh. I can't replicate it, but when his electro knife failed and you just watch his face fall, he's like, oh, I'm dead. And then he just dies. It's just, I like little things like that. Just the little animation style differences that you would just not see. And I always harp on those because these are some of the coolest things possible. I will also say that I kind of like that the tactical end of the normal human contingent is actually smart. Just because I say using the Titan for overwhelming firepower, well, probably going to piss off the Titan, because it would probably feel like using a Titan to kill something that's mostly already dead, and it would be a waste of them, probably insulting them, but honestly, they're there already, and there's probably not enough time for them to leave and go anywhere else without fighting, anywhere else. So they're probably safe to piss them off, because, there's better enemies coming, and they don't have time. But still, it just seems like such a waste and so much of a risk. I mean, yes, they're pretty freaking awesome Space Marines, but still, it's just little things like, don't go alone. Because if you're surprised and someone maybe casts an electro knife, it's like, that could have gone bad. Really bad. But I think one of the coolest parts, though, was when the apothecary came up, it's like, why is the screen, why are there floating things? Oh, that's his view. I like that someone took the time to really think about what the view would look like and put that into the 3D render, then put over the filter of the black and white render on top of it. It is fascinating the lengths this thing has gone to just to include realism and in-depth usefulness, just to make it look cooler. If the upcoming 40K TV show is half as good as this animation, it'll be fine. Oh, man. Ooh, I wonder if they could hire Richard Boylan to actually think about customizing the scenes. If they didn't, someone needs to recommend that to the guys at 40K. Yeah, Games Workshop, if you don't know about this guy, hire him to do the show. They're doing a Inquisitor TV show. Hopefully it's good. It's not like there's a track record of 40K properties being hit and miss. Yeah. So all the same, everyone. Have you already done it? You've already hit the link down there? You have? Great. I'm glad I have to remind you. Because that would be weird. And I'm never weird. All the same, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.